How would I frame this, my life, as I speak to my loved ones and posterity? What would be the values and the principles that I have loved and tried to follow? Most important to me is the sense of scale, reverence, respect, spirit. By nature, I am reflective and an outsider. But the value of the ancestors and nature, family, home, and then the process, the awakening to seeking truth, to self-knowledge, would be high on the list of my focus, my scale. Each day, to meet it with gratitude, service for love, love and service, love and changes, the acceptance of others, the service to others. Service to the community, to the family, to the planet. I put high value on creation, that which is around me, nature, that which I can do through my own efforts, through hard work. My parents always said, aim for excellence, and I've told my children that. Excellence in comportment and presentation, excellence in education, and seeing the value of that in terms of one's personal growth and transformation. That pursuit of self-knowledge within, that desire and hope for transformation. My parents always instilled in me not only that idea of excellence, but the importance of education. At that time, it was education because I was Black, because I was a woman. But indeed, to grow up in a community surrounded by legends and professors and doctors, a Black community, Tuskegee, so significant, allowed me to have a certain sense of security in that period of Jim Crow. And then the first time I went to France, my mother was a French and German teacher. I felt free for the first time in my life, and I wanted to live somewhere else out of the country. And I was living in France with a Fulbright fellowship with my white husband, and we had gone against all norms. It was illegal in many states still in 1964. My cousin was killed trying to go into a white bathroom. He was shot in the back of the head. He was a SNCC worker with Stokely Carmichael and other Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee people. And as a result of that, I became very radicalized. And that was my liaison with Haunani K. Trask, and we held in high esteem Black leaders. And I changed from being a French professor, became a political science PhD, so that I could teach ethnic studies and the Black struggle and start Black studies and ethnic studies at the University of Hawaii back in 1971. So a pioneer always, an observer always. I passed that on to my children, and hopefully that legacy will continue on to the grandchildren. I am so happy to have grandchildren. I am so happy. They call me Tati because I have this thing about time and being out of time, and I always have. And I think there's a certain freedom that we seek. I've always been a warrior, a warrioress for freedom and justice. There have been so many illustrious people in my life, from my godfather, who was a second Black general. His father was the first, Benjamin O. Davis, to lecturers and outstanding people at Tuskegee who would come to lecture, to later on Kathleen Cleaver, who was Eldridge Cleaver's wife, whom I grew up with to a certain age. So after France, where I was doing translations of West African and Caribbean poetry from French to English. Remember now, I was an expat, or so I wanted to be. And finding the similarities in themes of struggle, of oppression, of articulation through words. So I did those translations, went to Berkeley, and felt like I had stories to tell. And my natural gift is poetry. That is a talent that I have through higher energies, vibrations, spirits, whatever we want to call. And so I write. And I see the correspondences between what is real and what is possible. I look for the passwords that can be the connections, the correspondences. I feel it's vital for world peace, which is very important to me, and balance, that there are those spokespeople like myself that can see the interconnectedness of that which is outside and that which is inside. My words and my books, at this point 12 books and many more sitting in the file cabinet, are many. I am so glad that I started a publishing company, Pacific Raven Press, through which people can read my words. I was looking through old manuscripts just the other day, and the themes that I talk about now are the themes that I talked about 20, 30, 40 years ago. That search for justice, that seeking consciousness, that desire to love, to serve, to help, and through helping others, help myself to grow, to open to other dimensions of being, other levels, other vibrations. Again, to rejoice every morning, to be grateful every day. I would say that it is important in this whole thing of creation and life work to find yourself, know yourself, and discover your passion, because following your passion will certainly help you to achieve, if not outer success, inner peace and well-being. Enjoy life, the good and the bad, to laugh, to not be afraid of adventure, to take risks, to accept the good and the bad, to forgive oneself, one's family, and any who may have harmed you. I say live in love. So for my husband, Harvey Takara, I would like to say thank you for being here through thick and thin, for your value of the family and taking care of all of us, supporting us. Your steadfastness, your strength, your character. I am so grateful for those things. For my children, my two daughters of different fathers and different temperaments, they are nonetheless daughters by blood, so thick, our blood, our connection, our love. I am grateful from the moment that you were born, through your various health issues and wonderful successes in the colleges that you ended up going to, for your brilliance and your mothering. I feel joy in thinking about you. Carla, your birth was hard. You were a breech baby. I was tough. Natasha, your back and our accident was hard. You're wearing a brace for those years. Your perseverance through Stanford, as Carla persevered through Vassar, even having seizures and being angry with the world. I was able to take you to my consciousness groups of Gurdjieff and Uspensky, and you absorbed the value of consciousness and growth and love. I was able to take you to political rallies and poetry readings, and we learned so much together. We were never much church people, but you did go to religious church all the way through high school, and that was a good foundation in addition to that which I gave you of the Spirit. What wonderful daughters you have been and are, and I thank you. And to my grandchildren, who used to be referred to as goslings, you're coming into a world that I don't know that much about. Things are changing. I'm hoping that you will be able to fish in the oceans and see blue sky. I'm hoping that you are living in a place where there are no bombs falling around you. I wish you strength. I know you will survive. You must fight for it sometimes. Keep your dignity. Keep your wishes and your dreams, no matter how many years it takes for you to achieve them or not. It is said that the value is in the journey and not the end. And so I send you with my wishes and my energy, visible and invisible, of perseverance, patience, strength, and of course, celebration. Why am I blessed with so many wonderful friends, true friends, longtime friends and short-time friends in my life? Without you, who knows where I might have run off to. You have tethered me and you have opened doors and windows for me. You have accepted my idiosyncrasies and just been with me along the path of becoming. I wish the best for you, that you continue as your posterity. My father always loves that word, posterity and legacy, and I embrace those words also. My wish for you is a modicum, if not full on, of peace. And I feel that that is through your love and your passion, if not discovered, to be discovered. I wish for you a sense of safety and security. I wish for you soap bubbles of joy. I wish for you a home, a place called home, both outer and inner. Of course, with security in our world, that includes a modicum of financial security. And so I would hope that you would be blessed with prosperity, both material and immaterial. good health. What could we do without our good health? And so I wish for you good health and movement, sight and hearing, to pay attention to those gifts as long as is possible. And when it is time to go, to let go peacefully with joy in the heart, knowing that you've done the best that you could do. I would like to leave you with a poem from a collection of poems called Footprints, Wings, Phantasms. It's kind of in a response to a Chinese friend of mine who's a poet. I taught in his class in Qingdao, China, some years ago. I've been to China 8 summers where I've given lectures on Black writers, women writers, minority women writers, Black history, 8 summers. This poem is called Visible and Invisible. Meet me in the jasmine garden, under the big long-leafed mango tree. We can sit together, write poems about Tadia and other intersections, share impressions and essence. We can honor sky, water, fiery deserts. We can nurture the earth. We can dissect history, appreciate philosophy, ponder universal riddles. Break the familiar, sanctioned patterns. Be mindful of the adventures with the desert swimmer. Become fearless, falling, rising, rising, rising in a soulful sky. Witness we can collusions of day and night, acknowledge the visible and invisible. Meet me in the garden, smell the mangoes and delight. Thank you.